Hi, David Bowie from Team Egocentric here, back with the 5th edition of Level Up Your Route. Today we're going to be looking at an ARC's Novena back to front route. To begin with, I've just got us here in the energy pack, the default starting loadout, and we're just going to run around to the right back side of the enemy base and set up for a static route, just to give you an idea of the best way to do the approach and return here. This is not a very fast route. The idea is really just help you understand how this route will work once we add in some more speed. So you're just going to jet up, slide down this hill. You might need to tap your jets and strafe slightly to the right to make sure you get through that tunnel hole there. Then you grab not a lot of speed, around 140 or so, but with arcs, these sort of llama routes can actually work not too poorly because you've got a nice hill to slide down. And really, even if you're going quite slow, it's still a faster turn route. And if the chasers aren't ready, you can get back and cap it. Now we're going to do the same thing. This time I've equipped the thrust pack. We're going to use one nitron to do this route. And obviously it won't be a static, it'll just be a full route. So just here in the river, you're going to throw the one nitron behind you. Try to make sure you land on this steep downslope here. And then it's just some pretty simple skiing, hopping up over the bumps and sliding down. You want to land on that downslope there and then jet up and use your arrow keys to help you turn here. And then we're going to land on the same hill that we did for the static route. And from here it's basically the same. Again, you might need to tap your jets there, strafe a little bit to the right. And this time you're grabbing around 200 or so. And the return is a good bit faster. Again, this is not a super high level comp route, but it's something that will work. You can cap flags like this for sure on this map. Now we're going to do a different version of it. This time there's going to be two nitrons in a disc. The first nitron will be behind you on the slope of that hill, then one nitron in the river, followed immediately by a disc. This route, we've got sort of two options at the end of the route. You can go over the aqueduct or under the aqueduct, as we did the last two times. This time I'm going to demonstrate the over the aqueduct, but you can really go either way with it at the end. It's just a matter of preference. I often prefer over to avoid the mines a little better and to have a chance to dodge body blockers, because there's very little room to move on the lower route. But there you see you do a nitron there off that little slope, grab, and this has a nice little one-touch return. This route, credit to Vertical from my team for showing me this, and either Pessimistic or Small Kiwi showed me that one touch return. A little vulnerable to snipers, but it's not too bad. Now, this last route is going to be a longer setup. As you can see, I started at the other spawn location, and we're going to go ahead and do the under the aqueduct route as well here. This is a route that was popularized by a guy named Irreversible, who's a European capper, who came up with some really high-speed routes. Now again, we're going to do nitron disc, just like we did before, except we've got even more speed because of the setup that we did. Instead of touching down on the little divot like last time, we're going to fly all the way to this bigger slope and really launch up. And you can go, the over the aqueduct is I find much more difficult to do when you do that setup because you've got so much speed that you often swing wide. So I prefer to go under the aqueduct when I do it that way. That was a suggestion my teammate Ivan had for me. Now, as usual, I have used both Reach and Egocentric as my perks for all of these routes. I hope you've enjoyed the 5th edition of Level Up Your Route. For more guides or to make your own, be sure to check out teamegocentric.com. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel, TribesDavidBowie, or check out my stream at twitch.tv/TribesDavidBowie.